Hi students, today we will see receipts and payments account. Okay, so what is receipts and payment account? It is a summary of cash received and paid during the year. It might include both capital and revenue in nature. So basically, receipts and payments account includes all type of cash transactions. Yes, so that is happening for a particular period. It might include both capital and revenue nature. So what is capital nature? Capital nature is nothing but all long-term items. Correct? So which includes assets, liability and equity shareholders fund. Yes, this is for example I am telling, and on contrast in the revenue account we will have all short term items. For example, we can say the items included in income and expenditure account. So this is a basic explanation for receipts and payments account. Now we will see the meaning. So receipts and payment account is a summary of cash and bank transaction which helps in the preparation of income and expenditure account and also the balance sheet. So we saw, right, receipts and payments account is nothing but a summary of all cash transaction and bank transactions also. So the main assistance that is being given by receipts and payments is in preparing the income and expenditure for the particular year and also the balance sheet thereon. So balance sheet we can know the liabilities and assets. Yes, so the company's detail can be taken out from the balance sheet, and also we can prepare income and expenditure accounts with the help of receipts and payments. So next point we have receipts and payment account is simply a summary of cash transaction as in the cash book, including the opening and closing balance. So as in the type of cash book we will be having the opening cash and the closing cash. Correct? Similarly, in receipts and payments also we will be having the opening cash or bank balance and also the closing cash or bank balance. So this is what we have it in receipts and payments account. So now we will see the feature. First point we have, it is a real account. So already we know, right, all the balances of cash account we call it as real account. So the summary or the account prepared on the basis of cash is also a real account. So what is real account? Basically it is an account that retains its ending balance at the end of the year. Correct? So it rolls forward its balances for the end of the year. So that is what we call it as real account. So for example, we have cash account. Since the real account is prepared based on the cash book, so it is also a real in nature. Okay. So next we have receipts are recorded in the debit side. Receipts are nothing but the cash received. Yes. So whatever cash comes in, we are recording it in the debit side, and all the payments, the cash is going out, right? So all those payments will be recorded in the credit side. Okay. So this is a generic format we will see in the coming slides. Just understand what is recorded in the debit side and what is recorded in the credit side. Okay. So next we have the entries might relate to current, previous or subsequent year. Okay. So the entries in the receipts and payments book might include your current year balance, your previous year balance, and also the subsequent is nothing but the next year balance. So all consolidated balances will be available in your receipts and payments account. So there is no rule that only current year has to be recorded in receipts and payments. We can record any type of transaction that belongs to current, previous or subsequent year. Okay. And finally we have non-cash items such as depreciation. Is depreciation a cash item? No, right? And also outstanding expenses are nothing but the expenses which are yet to be paid. So cash payment or receiving is not happening, correct? And similarly accrued income, the income which has to be accrued in future. So all these things will not be included in receipts and payments. Okay. So next we will have the importance, why receipts and payments account is important. See, the total receipts and payments and the various head are available at a glance. We might be having various head and the cash, and the payments and the receipts, various heads we can have just at a glance we can see what is available. Yes. So for that, receipts and payments account is very, very important. Next, the amount of cash in hand at the year end can be ascertained. It is nothing but the closing balance of the cash. It can be calculated. While preparing the receipts and payments account, you can find the balance available of cash or bank at the end of the year. And finally, this is used to check the validity of the cash book. So you can cross check or reconcile your cash book with the receipts and payments account. Okay. So next, finally we have the format. So this is the format for receipts and payments account. So I already told you, right? All the cash received should be recorded in your debit side, and also all the payments of cash, the expenses should be recorded on the credit side. So this is your format. Have a look. See the first one, cash in hand, cash at bank. The opening balance is shown on the receipt side. Annual subscription, life membership fee, entrance fee, all these things are income received. You are receiving cash through this. Yes, annual subscription you will be receiving cash, life membership fee you will be receiving cash, and also entrance fee. So you are getting, you are not paying the entrance fee, you are getting, as a company you are receiving the entrance fee. Yes, so that is an income, so it will be recorded on the debit side. Yes, and also interest on securities is also an income for you. Sundry receipts, rent of hall, lawn, it is nothing but as a company you are receiving the rent. Yes, so that is an income and it has to be recorded on the debit side. And finally, donation. Donation also you are receiving. So everything you have to think in a perspective of you are running a company and you are receiving everything. You are not paying. So you should not get confused that donation, it is I am paying something. No. So you have to think in a perspective of running a company and you are receiving all those things. Okay. So now see the payment side. First we have general expenses. The term itself clearly explains it as expenses. So expenses should be recorded on the credit side as per the rule of receipts and payments. Correct. Next, salary and wages. So you are paying the salary and wages to the employees working under you. So it is an expense for you. Next we have furniture, rent, rates, taxes, everything you are buying. When you are buying, you have to make cash payments. So it is an expense for you. Next, printing, stationery, repairs, everything, honorarium, everything is an expense for you. So expenses should be recorded on the credit side. So finally we will be having the closing cash in hand or cash at bank. So you have to ascertain the balance. So this is the format. Yes. So hope everybody is clear. If you have any questions, you can get back to me. Thank you.